Welcome to
Yes,
English
English
Room
Room
Podcast. That really.
Yeah, like,
Whoa.
yeah, it wasn't great.
And you kind of stuttered a little bit. That was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go.
All right.
Got a voice message here.
Oh yeah.
All right, ready?
Uh-huh.
ケビンさん、山ちゃんさん、こんにちは。My name is May. I enjoy listening to your podcast every day. Thank you so much for this wonderful content. By the way, I'd like to ask you guys about school life in the US and France. I used to find it tough to manage human relationships at school because in Japan, school caste system exists and students often use the words in-kya, yo-kya. I felt uncomfortable with this culture. Now I go to school in Australia. From my experience, I suppose Australian people don't care about the hierarchy as much as Japanese people do. I wonder what school life is like in France and the US regarding interpersonal relationships. I'd appreciate if you guys talk about this topic. よろしくお願いします. Have a good day.
Well, have a good day to you
Oh,
too.
You too.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow.
Great voice message.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like a clean, polite
Yes.
pronunciation and
Yes.
voice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, love that.
Thank you. So, I don't know about Australia,
Mm-hmm.
but there are hierarchies in the United States as well,
Okay.
sadly.
Sadly, okay.
Like, if you struggle with the human relationships,
Mm-hmm.
it's the same problem. It's the same energy.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of dynamic
Okay.
as in Japan
Okay.
and the United States. It's always there, I think.
Mm.
I don't know. I've never been to Australia, but I kind of feel like Australia has them too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I can't speak Australia, but
Yeah.
I feel like every community
Mm-hmm.
has these hierarchies, like
Mhm.
that's subconsciously like that's there. That there's always going to be a certain amount of people that's going to care about those things, and there's
Mhm.
always going to be like who's more dominant,
Oh.
who's the alpha, and
Mhm.
like that's my take.
Okay. Mm.
Yeah. Any thoughts for you, man?
When I
Living
was
in
in
France?
France, it's not like zero amount
Mhm.
of those hierarchy things,
Okay.
but quite like less than
Oh, really?
Japan, like maybe than United States, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like for some like like powerful, big, and like sportive guys.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in Japan they could be like the top
Okay.
those, but in France they think that they are kind of top
Mm-hmm.
guys.
Okay.
Kind of I'm the boss, I'm the dominant guys.
Okay.
And we are like the top dominant guys in the school or
Mhm.
like in this classroom.
Okay.
But at the same time, there were like a bad at sports
Okay.
and always studying, maybe
Mhm.
like sin.
Okay.
And those guys are also like thinks that they are the boss
Oh.
in this classroom.
Okay.
So it's like it wasn't like Japan, like I mean, as she's saying, like one like a huge pyramid
Mhm.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, yeah, kind of rather like, yeah, equal kind of.
Wow.
Sometimes they hate each other,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like which one is like higher or not. They're just equally in fight sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a culture shock for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought that always existed.
Yeah.
All cultures.
But it's not completely zero though.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they sometimes feel some, for example, like, not zero,
Mm-hmm.
but
I see.
quite like, they, some, for example, like otaku people,
Okay.
they're proud of being otaku
Uh-huh.
and like, express themselves in classroom.
Was that high school or was it middle school?
It was high school.
It was high school. Oh.
Yeah, maybe that could one like factor maybe.
In the U.S.
Yeah.
In the middle school, yeah, I didn't feel that much of the hierarchy, but still more than what you explained.
Oh, okay.
High school was more extreme, I thought.
Oh.
High school was more like when you're in the football team.
Yeah.
Like when you're the cheerleader.
Yeah.
Like
I can
the
imagine
captain
that.
or something like that. That's you've seen that on dramas, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the cliche
yeah.
cheerleading.
Yeah, like Michael
captain.
came in and Jessica. Yeah,
Right,
I
right.
know, yeah. I've
Jake.
seen that. Jake. yeah.
Right. That's the hierarchy was there.
Oh, okay.
The dominance factor was
Mm.
really in play in high school, I thought. Like there was like the cool table at lunch.
Oh.
Like all the cool people can only sit. Like
Yeah.
it was there.
Mm-hmm.
It was there.
Yeah.
So I really felt it and
Seen in the movies.
seen in the movies.
Or dramas. So.
Yeah. So high school is more extreme for me.
Oh.
So maybe I thought my
Yeah.
case was like maybe it was middle school.
Oh.
So, but it's high school.
Yeah, it was high school.
Okay.
Mm.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even though like some people like those Jake guys and Jessica girls try to attack those different group,
Mm-hmm.
they are kind of strong enough to like punch back.
Wow.
So it's like a
Wow.
it's not the same.
That's healthy.
Yeah.
That's really healthy.
Yeah, they are kind of like how to say confident. Yeah, confident enough to
Yeah.
like.
That's so.
Why are you saying to these things to me? Like I'm this, and kind of
Wow.
like discussion would be happening.
That's such a healthy way
Yeah.
of like what's so different, you think, like compared to the US or Japan? Like what's their mentality, like the basic mindset that they have that's lacking?
One thing I can easily like think about is like they're more like individual.
I see.
They don't form group that
see.
much.
I see.
Like they don't, in Japan we go like into the bathroom with 5-6 groups, right?
Right.
That never happens
Oh,
in
okay.
France. They like are always like kind of individual.
Oh,
Yeah, so maybe that's why they don't
I see.
that much like form group and group.
Is there are there any bullies?
Well,
Group
yeah,
bullies.
no zero, of course. I think,
Okay.
of course, like. Yeah, but it's not like when you, for example, like in Japan, when one boy is like for example, being bullied,
Yeah.
like the other whole classroom would be like enemy, right, toward him, kind of.
Towards the bully or the guy that's being
The guy,
bullied?
yeah,
Being bullied.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
right. But in France, there are so many guys that just in the middle,
Oh, okay.
like doesn't belong to anything.
I see.
So they just doesn't belong to the group who does bully things.
Mm-hmm.
So they just easily say, "Hey, no, you shouldn't do that." Or like,
Oh.
for even like, yeah, that's your fault. Maybe sometimes
Oh, okay.
it's
okay,
like
okay.
quite like they don't belong to
They're more
groups.
fair to my eyes.
Yeah, they're like straightforward.
Okay.
They say what they feels.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So maybe that's the difference, I think.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like always like as you said, there were no like fixed table of lunch. It's like always having
Wow.
stranger in a group sometimes. So like
Wow.
yeah. That's maybe
Such a
culture.
healthier culture, I think.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. But that means it's not everybody is in peace, right? It's like everybody is fighting to each other, kind of,
I see.
right?
So there's no what? Chowa?
Yeah, it's like, so if you belong to a certain group, you are peace in this group, right? There's no
Okay.
battle in this group.
Okay.
But in France, there's not like certain groups. So you always need to like fight to each other,
I
like
see.
explain things to each other.
So you need to have your own stance.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
need
yeah.
to back that up with
Yeah,
something, and like
you need to fight to like every
see.
single guy and
But
girl.
isn't that more mature? Like I think that's more mature.
Yeah,
No?
yeah, kind of.
Okay.
They trained
Oh.
from like since they were really small.
Oh, okay.
Kid. They need to like train in that way, I think.
How about this?
Yeah.
How about this thing of like the 8th graders are more stronger than the 7th graders? Isn't there a vibe of that? Like I remember
Yeah.
in middle school there was like this table where like only the 8th graders can sit.
Ah.
And like yeah. Wasn't there that kind of a vibe of like
Yeah.
it's more erai?
Yeah.
It's more if you're higher grade.
That exists
Yeah.
in, well, at least in my high school in France too.
Yeah?
Yeah, like if you play like, for example, like basketball in gym,
Okay.
and some upgraders came in, like we
Yeah.
were like, oh. Yeah. Oh. What kind of, yeah, it's all done now. Kind of.
You want to leave, guys?
Yeah. Kind of.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, we want to beat them at the same time.
Really?
So sometimes that happen like, let's have a game.
Oh.
Like for example, like 8th grader versus like 7th grader.
Uh-huh.
And then of course we lost
Mm-hmm.
because they're big and like,
Okay.
more strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are like battle between those ages, but
Wow.
it's not like, fixed thing.
Uh-huh.
There is a battle, so that means quite a bit
There's
equal.
friction
Yeah.
But I guess it's a little bit different from how it is in Japan. or
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
US.
Because in Japan there wouldn't be any battle, right?
Right. It's whoever
Yeah.
is more older
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah.
Automatically.
That's all. Like
That's true.
we need escape from
That's
that
true.
place.
Wow. Well, that's a very different environment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm sure there's the ups and downs to it.
Yeah.
But for a fact, it's very different
Yeah. True.
in Japan or in the
Yeah.
U.S. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Interesting. So, yeah, is it 10 minutes maybe? Yeah. But if your like hair
Mm-hmm.
isn't cool enough,
Mm-hmm.
even your best friend would, that's terrible. Like they are quite straightforward.
I see.
There would be no one who like automatically defend you.
There is no kind,
Yeah.
like, white lie.
Yeah.
There are no,
I don't
like-
like your hair. And whole classroom would say to you. So
Oh,
it's like
wow.
you need to battle against them.
That is a very different culture.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. That was interesting.
Yeah. Right.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.